It's MasterChef, and the finals week continues. Last time, the contestants had their first taste of Michelin star pressure. Some excelled, but for others, it was a struggle. In the end, 24-year-old Pete was sent home. Now they will be pushed even further. One more will be sent home, and this year's competition will have its final three.
The person leaving us .
For over a decade, MasterChef contestants have travelled the world, experiencing the cutting edge of scientific and experimental cooking.
Oh, man.
They have witnessed a movement that has questioned and reinvented the very techniques we use to cook. This year, all of that is about to change. This is Stockholm in Sweden. Here, a whole new movement is taking hold. Ingenious chefs bucking the scientific trend and returning to thousand-year-old cooking techniques to win Michelin stars and global attention. Over the next 48 hours, the finalists will experience two very different restaurants leading this revolution. The first has no menu and invents dishes on the spot. The second cooks with no electricity or gas and puts its faith in the most primitive cooking method of all: fire.
It's very difficult to cook here because it's completely different than a normal kitchen.
These amateurs are about to learn what it's like to return to the culinary Stone Age.
I know nothing about Swedish food other than that they really push the boundaries, which isn't necessarily something I do.
I'd love to have a new perspective, to be shown something that has never occurred to me before.
I want to go away as a more confident person and a better cook.
I think we're in for some surprises. Yeah, definitely.
The contestants' journey begins at Gastrologique. The vision of chefs Jakob Holstrom and Anton Björ, this tiny restaurant has already been hailed by the New York Times and awarded its first Michelin star.
How our contestants get into the head of this chef, I have no idea. These two invent dishes every single day. The food turns up, they make the menu up. Simple.
This, if you like, is a Michelin-starred invention test.
Working along with nature, that's very important for us, and I think we have some menus here of how we work.
The chefs will start the day's menu with the newly delivered turbot.
So we're just going to start with taking out the fillet. Then we'll let the knife do the work. We'll pull the skin a little bit in the back. That's basically it.
Once filleted, the turbot is then lightly smoked over smouldering spruce branches.
Now it's working in the smoker there. We're gonna serve this with some pickles. We're gonna do classic Swedish pickling liquid.
Okay, you take care of the onions. I can get this going. This is a basic recipe. It's something that my grandmother used to do. So I only got one part of this Swedish vinegar. It's called ättika. And it's 1 part etiquette, 2 parts sugar, and 3 parts water. So anyone can remember that. Like that. We put it on the stove and give it a boil. And the onions we just slice lengthwise. Put them on straight on the plancha.
You're leaving the skins on.
Yeah, exactly. They will help cooking it.
Okay. So it steams the inside of the onion.
Yeah, exactly. This is something we made, I think, in July. White cucumbers.
You never like order, I want this size and that size. Like,
Yeah.
this is how it grows.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be round and perfect. I mean, look at this shape. It's perfect as it is. If you want to finish this, I will finish the fish.
Yes, perfect.
After 20 minutes, the spruce branches have worked their magic, and now the fillet will be fried.
How long will that take? About 3 minutes?
Yeah, we're just going to get a nice color.
Looks like a really, really nice piece of fish.
You don't want to overcook the ends since it's smaller. So we're just going to put the spoon in there to protect it a little bit from the heat.
Oh, clever, yeah.
Then we just baste it a little bit. That's it.
Beautiful. This is good.
This is where I really need to pay attention on the presentation side.
So delicately placed, and yet it still looks really natural.
Yeah.
The dish is finished off with a sauce made from turbot bone stock, butter and spruce vinegar.
And that's it,
That's it, yeah.
I would say. Fish, sauce,
Pickles.
pickles. What else do you need?
That is incredible.
You liked it?
Love it.
Good.
I was really surprised to see you putting the sauce on the pickled vegetables.
Okay, yeah.
But it really goes together.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Really nice.
Got real sweetness to it.
Yeah.
So now that we cooked for you, why don't you cook for us?
We're gonna create a 4-course tasting menu. First dish, done within an hour. Respect the produce. Show us some love. We have a lot of produce here in the back. Let's have a look.
Lovely.
Along with the turbot, today's delivery includes Arctic char, zander, reindeer, and local fruit and veg. They're also being given a range of vinegars used in traditional pickling.
So does anyone have a preference on what they do?
Do you not mind if I take the turbot?
No.
No.
I'm going to go with the turbot. I've never cooked it before. I've now seen it done, so I want to have a try of that. It's the first time I've eaten it and I really enjoyed it, so I want to try and do a dish that'll do it justice.
Would you treat the Arctic char the same way that you would a trout?
Yeah.
I am feeling inspired. I'm thinking I'm going to go for the Arctic char, and I want to veer towards the very simple and try to use just a couple of things to make that shine, if I can.
I think simplicity is the key. I think these guys showed us that very few ingredients, but an extreme amount of flavour. So I'm going to pare it back from my normal style of cooking.
What's this?
It's a tar syrup. It contains a lot of sugar, but it also contains the essence of the tar. So it's got a smoky, woody flavor to it, which is really interesting.
Could you replace the sugar in the pickle with it?
You can definitely do that, yeah.
I think I'm going to go for the reindeer. I'm quite excited by that and hope that we might be able to put up a tasting menu that they'll enjoy.
They have to be confident, I hope to see, and that they can use the kind of the techniques that we shown, but maybe with some different angles, of course, and keep it down. I mean, less is more on the plate.
I should be getting used to working in an alien environment, but it's just not something that comes naturally.
Not bad.
First attempt?
Yeah.
Not bad.
I'm trying to use some of the flavours and combinations that maybe I would use at home, but I'm going to try and put the Swedish spin on them. Hope that I can do them proud.
That looks good. fairly impressive, actually.
Yeah, thank
taking
you.
out these bones without taking out the whole fillet first.
Thank you very much.
I'm having to use techniques that I'm not familiar with, produce that I'm not familiar with, but I'd like it to stand out.
The way they're working in the kitchen, they're actually working together as one team, which is good. I like that.
I need a fish slice.
Let's try and find you a wider one.
Yeah, please.
The way they're communicating and talking in the kitchen, like coming through behind.
You all right? That's okay.
They're working like chefs almost. You can notice that it's the end of the competition, so to speak, that these are the finalists.
This restaurant is renowned for inventing its menu just hours before service. Emma needs to show she's come up with a dish that customers would pay for.
I think it's all going to plan. I've pretty much got everything. I just need to heat up my puree to make sure that that's nice and warm. I don't want to serve them really cold food. Some of the pickles are supposed to be cold, but not the fish and the puree.
That's
Beautiful.
nice.
I've made pan-fried fillet of sander with a Jerusalem artichoke puree, blanched and buttered cabbage strip with braised shallots, pickled Brussels sprouts, pickled heritage carrots, and some of those lovely berries.
It's an aesthetic and appealing plating and a nice dish.
To me, the fish is really nicely cooked. I like the cream or the puree of the Jerusalem artichokes. Goes really well with the pickles. I think it's a good dish. Nordic.
Nordic.
I'm adapting.
Yes. Thank you for a nice course.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you for teaching me. Such an eye-opener. I'm so delighted to have got that experience. I've learned so much today. It's incredible. I want to see what the other guys do. Am I allowed to?
Simon's turbot is up next. But he's worried.
It's just slightly under on one side where I've rested it, so I'll take this piece out.
Nice.
Thank you.
So, Simon, what are we having here?
We've got pan-fried turbot with garlic berries, some burnt leeks, spruce smoked leeks, sprout leaves, and fennel tops. And there's also some fennel pickles in there as well.
Okay.
The pickles are tar pickled.
Okay, interesting.
This is the way we play. So I think you really adapted to how we did the masterclass earlier today.
Thank you.
First time you said? It's a pretty...
Yeah. First time I've eaten it today, never mind
really?
cooked it, yeah.
The turbot is excellent prepared. It's cooked almost to perfection. Well executed, especially for being first time.
Yeah, thank you.
I was just about to say it was a bit too sweet for me, but then I hit the pickled fennel.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, that's something I never thought of, using the tar syrup for a pickling liquid. And I think it was a great idea. That's very clever of you. That's something I might even...
Steal.
Thank you. That's a big compliment. What an experience with good comments. When a chef tells you that he might take your idea and use it himself, you can't get any better than that. You know you've got something right, so I'm really pleased. Made up.
Got you going there.
Yeah, it got me a little bit going.
Back in the kitchen, Tony's frying the reindeer, which should be cooked just like venison.
I'm happy. It's possibly slightly under, but I would much rather it be slightly under than over.
Look at that. All right, so what do we have here?
Pan-seared reindeer. I've pickled some of the beetroot and the parsnips, and I've served it with shallot puree and a veal stock reduction.
It looks a little bit raw in the center, I would say.
Yes.
And I think the texture feels a bit raw when you're cutting it as well. A little bit undercooked. Pickling could have been adjusted a little bit when roasting onions and shallots in particular. It gets really, really sweet. And then maybe go down on the sugar in the pickling as well.
I love the textures. Really good. Like Jacob said there, a bit undercooked the meat.
Reindeer was undercooked, slightly.
Last to serve is Paul.
Hello, Paul.
Hello.
All right.
So, Paul, what have you prepared for us?
Pan-fried Arctic char with slightly charred Brussels sprouts, braised Brussels sprout leaves, blow-torched rhubarb, blackberries, baby elderflower, leeks, which have been dried in the oven with the tar syrup. And there's a little bit of sauce, which is made from the butter that the fish was cooked in, and a little bit of vetiver vinegar.
Okay. It's so easy that it looks messy on a small plate like this.
Right.
You know, you get away with so much more actually on a bigger plate.
Unfortunately, the fish was a bit overdone for me. The sauce was a little bit more just melted butter than sauce to me.
Using the tar here again with the leek maybe is not that necessary.
Right.
Thank you very much, Paul.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I set my eyes up to so many different things that now my head's almost spinning, and I'll just go away and try and make sense of it all.
I'm actually impressed about their performances today. I think the way they took on our produce and our ingredients, they weren't afraid of trying something new, and I think that's admirable. A few of the dishes today were really, really good, I think.
It's day 2 in Stockholm, and the finalists are about to experience a baptism of fire. This is Eksted, the vision of Niklas Eksted and Gustav Öterberg, who have shunned modern technology and taken Michelin-starred cooking back to the Stone Age. This is primal back-to-basics cookery. No electricity and no gas. Burning wood is the only heat source.
It's not just about a steak and sausage on a barbecue. This is about refined, wonderful food, Michelin-starred food, cooked over flame. Brilliant.
I don't know how hard it's going to be for an amateur to come into the kitchen because I've never had an amateur. And you're the first guys that... I mean, I hardly cook on the stove because I think it's too difficult.
Today, these amateurs will be taking over this restaurant and cooking their entire lunchtime service.
Okay, welcome to the kitchen. An open-fire Swedish kitchen. This is all about birchwood, live flames. Gustav here is my head chef. He'll be helping you out as well today.
How long have you been open?
4 years. And you guys have 4 hours. So good luck.
Thank you.
With this style of cooking, there's nowhere to hide at all. I haven't tried it yet, but I can imagine that everything could be well done
very quickly.
We're cooking in an unfamiliar environment for paying customers. I think just trying to process that is more than enough to keep us fired up.
Service today will be a set menu of the restaurant's most popular seafood dishes, a staple of traditional Nordic cooking. Tony's dish is scallops, which will be seared and served with smoked apple and bleak roe caviar, dehydrated bacon, and a roe and mussel sauce.
So this is really important now, Tony. When you're searing the scallop, that the pan is smoking hot, because otherwise we'll be cooking the scallop, and we want it seared on the cast iron pan.
And now it's time for a little bit of butter.
And it's really important that you put the butter in the end, because the butter will otherwise burn the scallop.
And now for rest for like a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, before we serve it.
The next delicate process is to smoke the bleak roe caviar to order.
And we trap all the smoke.
Yep.
Like this.
Yeah.
And it's done when the smoke has disappeared. Yeah?
Okay. And that's how you serve it at the table?
No, you put the roe on the dish.
On the dish, okay. I'm all right on a barbecue, but this isn't that. This is something completely different. It's going to be really exciting.
Across the kitchen, Emma is filleting char, which will be baked in hay and topped with browned butter cauliflower, smoked roe and mayonnaise on a cauliflower puree.
Cooking in hay is really difficult.
Okay.
Because there'll be a lot of flames and a lot of smoke.
Okay.
So I don't even do this. I just like... I asked Gustav to do it.
Oh, great.
I always mess this part up.
And that fills me with a huge amount of confidence.
So put the fish on the bed of hay and then put some more hay on top. And then just stick it into the fire. Okay, ready?
Wowzers. Okay.
Ooh. What do you call that in English? Guy Fawkes?
Whoa. Okay.
So it looks burnt, it looks ruined, but it's perfect.
Okay. Incredible. So that was literally like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And you do that again second time on the side.
So you understand why you need the gloves?
Yes, absolutely.
Next, the fish is placed on butter to roast in the wood oven, where temperatures hit 700 degrees.
And how long does that stay in there for?
30, 40 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What an exciting piece of cooking.
And we just take the skin
Okay.
and peel it off.
Wow, it's quite easy to
Yeah.
peel off, isn't it?
If this not cooked properly, the skin won't come off.
Okay.
Right? Have a taste. So you know what you're cooking. All right? Good luck then.
That's amazing. Wow. So much flavour. Amazing. I've never cooked this fish, and I've never cooked this way. So it's a whole new learning curve for me.
Paul's fish is cod, which will be smoked over juniper and served with caramelized onions, pickled mushrooms, an onion puree, an almond cream, and a garnish of wood sorrel and grated almonds.
You'll be using our newest invention, and this is the Stone Age microwave. So you'll be cooking the cod with a little bit of salt and then stick it in a lot of butter because we want that butter to be flavoring part of the dish. And then Gustav is bringing the juniper wood. This is really important now, that the juniper is properly wet. Because if it's too dry, it'll just burn out. Yeah. And it's really, really difficult to be cooking this perfectly now. And this will definitely be your most difficult thing today.
Okay.
So approximately 10 minutes.
Okay.
We're saving some of that butter for the sauce. Not very Stone Age, but it's super modern actually. So, but this is the thermometer you'll be using to check if the fish is done.
Okay.
So you want it to be 40 Celsius in the middle, okay?
Right.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'm loving it here, but I haven't actually been at the stove yet. And I know that cast iron pans retain the heat very, very well. So I'm just a little bit worried about what happens when something is a little bit too hot, because it's not something you can cool down very quickly.
Simon has the lobster tails, which are served with tomatoes smoked in the chimney, sautéed lobster claw and roe, and a lobster puree with almonds.
And first off, we're gonna cook them in just boiling water. The claws for 4 minutes.
Okay.
The head, 6 minutes. Now for tomatoes.
I hate tomatoes. Gustav is the...
You're in charge of the tomato.
No, because I think that tomatoes is not a Nordic product, but when we opened the restaurant, Gustav wanted this dish on the menu.
Okay.
And then I thought, I don't want tomatoes on the menu. But then all the guests were like, oh, these are amazing tomatoes. So he was right, I was wrong.
And here we are.
And here we are. Again, really intense flavor from the smoke.
So now the claws are ready, like this. And then we open the smoker. And just put them in for like 20, 25 minutes. Okay. Yeah. And now for the head.
That's the way you want it. We're gonna use that roe and the other parts of the head to mix it up with the smoked claws and then serving it on the dish.
Okay.
It gives you an extra really flavorful lobster taste.
I've never worked with lobster before, so this is a MasterChef first again, which I seem to be getting a lot of at the minute. It's really, really warm. It's probably the warmest I've been since I've been in Sweden, definitely.
Okay, guys, can I have your attention? We have 1 more hour to go, and then we're ready for service.
Okay.
So on your toes.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
I'm kicking things off. Always a lot of pressure when you're doing that, because obviously if I'm late, it means that everyone else then has to adjust their timings accordingly. So the trick is not to be late.
Nice and even. Yeah, that's good.
I'm a little scared. Setting fish on fire, yeah, big responsibility. Making sure it's cooked right, big responsibility. Look, I'm enjoying every minute of it, and I'm hoping it's going to go really, really well, but at the same time, I'd be a fool not to be that little bit scared.
I don't know exactly how many covers we're doing or how frenetic the service is going to be, so I just have to make sure that everything that I'm doing in prep is done well ahead of time so I can take a breath and then focus on how we're going to run that.
Got this to do, then a sauce, and I don't think I'm too far away after that, but these are taking a lot of time. I'm trying to look after them and keep the shape. You want to go out with a bang. It's a really expensive ingredient. It's the last dish. You want that to be memorable, and hopefully it will be.
They look amazing.
Ten minutes to service, I'm feeling kind of nervous. It looks like they know what they're doing. Their skills are quite high, but they're now into the most difficult thing, and that's controlling the fire.
Today's invited diners will all eat from the set menu, and everyone will have to be served at the same time.
You can smell the smoke as soon as you walk in.
I think it's going to be interesting, but there's like a thread of tomatoes hanging up in the kitchen. What's that all about?
Tony's scallops with dehydrated bacon is first.
I feel almost sorry for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. Best of luck, man. You ready?
Very much. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Okay, let's kill it.
He starts with smoking the roe caviar.
Perfect. That's a great one. Okay. Go, 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 go. Let's do it!
He now needs to sear all the scallops, which can burn in seconds.
Quicker, faster.
Turn them one, then do the butter.
Yeah. Watch that pan, watch that pan.
Yeah.
Lift that pan away. It's too hot, too hot.
You gotta take them out now.
Take them out, Chef.
Yeah, you're burning them and overcooking them. We really gotta get going now. You gotta strain the apples, get the scallops out. Your pans are burning. It's fire going on here. Guy forks for real. This is why you need to be professional while doing this. Like, it's difficult.
The scallops are topped with the bacon
Not too much bacon now.
and bleak roe caviar.
It's looking good, Tony, so just keep focus here on the last little part.
Yes, Chef.
Service.
And finally, the mussel sauce.
Ready?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Brilliant, you're done, Tony. Thank you. It's been a pleasure having you in the kitchen.
Absolute pleasure to be here. Privilege. Thank you very much.
I really thought you were out
been
on
so
the
much
deep
fun.
water there when you were frying the scallops.
I've lost all the hair on my head.
I never thought you would make it, but you did, man.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's been amazing.
It was really good. Smoky and yeah, it was nice. It's a good start.
Unsuspecting, very bold flavours. For a little dish like that, it's cloaked in huge amounts of seafood. It's really rich, tastes of the sea.
Between you and me, he slightly burnt the scallop. But I don't mind that because the middle is perfectly succulent. Tony, clever boy.
Emma's hay-baked char is up next.
Now you're on your own with the char, right? Do you have gloves?
Yeah, I need to make sure this side gets...
Put it in. Just don't be afraid of it. Be ready to flip them
I'm
now?
ready to flip, yeah. Have you got another glove?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Hey, one's fallen down.
Just lift it up. How many are you using?
Two.
Okay. Just flip it. Flip it.
Oh, I don't know.
Flip it quick. It's okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Are they ready to come off, I think? Take them off, yeah?
It's not as bad as it looks, but you need to go a little quicker.
Use your fingers.
Skin side down, isn't it?
Skin side down, yeah.
Yep.
Do you continue?
Okay.
Just be a little bit faster like this.
Yep.
You don't have to be so gentle with it.
Yep.
All right?
Yep. Is that in far enough?
Yeah, that's far enough. After half the time, you flip it.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
You satisfied?
Yeah, I think so.
Now it's time to rock and roll.
Doing well, Gustav?
For the first time, this is looking really good.
Yeah, exactly. For the first time, you're looking sharp.
Thank you.
Fish is looking great. I thought for a while there this was really going hay wild.
Finally, the fillet is placed on the cauliflower puree and topped with cubes of smoked char, roe and cauliflower.
Go, 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 go. Get the emulsion. Last bit. Service, please. There we go. Thank you.
Okay.
Bam.
Thank
you.
Oh, thank you. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah?
Really enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
it's quite intense. With the hay.
Yeah,
burning.
but it was great. It was cooking theatre.
Good.
Yep.
It was awesome. It was like you were in a campfire out in the forest. You can feel it like that.
That hay smoke is quite extraordinary with the fish. It tastes of almost sort of bushfire. It's very earthy. Fish is cooked beautifully, and I think it's a lovely, lovely thing.
Third on the menu is Paul's cod with caramelised onions.
Okay, Paul, focus now.
Don't forget the salt on the fish now, Paul.
I won't.
It needs to smoke over the juniper in the Stone Age microwave.
The cod needs to be cooked to a precise temperature, so that's the thing that I'm most worried about.
I will check on your fish now, because you see, the butter is starting to
smoke.
Yeah. Now it's burning. Work quickly, Paul, because otherwise you're gonna burn the fish, right?
Yep.
Faster, faster. Don't be afraid of fire. Good, good, good.
The fish is doing okay. I thought Paul was burning up. I was more afraid of that.
Let's check it. It's okay.
40.
Perfect. As we want it. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Okay, Paul, are we going?
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
First, he plates the onion puree,
You're doing great right now.
then flakes of cod, and the almond cream.
Go, 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 go. Quicker.
Yep.
Just oof. Fish will be cold before we are.
It's topped with grated almonds.
Okay, Paul, you come with the fish.
Almost there, almost there. Looking good, Paul. Boom, next one, boom, next one. Service. Go, 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 Paul. Last ones. Go.
Service, please. Thank you.
Paul, you're done. You're supposed to look happy. Come on, cheer up, man. We did it.
Okay.
Well done. You got a really hard dish. A lot of garnish, but well done.
Great.
I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was the winner so far.
Oh, smokiness on just cooked cod, I like a lot.
The final course is Simon's lobster and smoked tomato dish.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cook.
He needs to cook the delicate lobster tails in butter on the open flames without overcooking them.
Okay, Simon, looks really great. You're doing great. Make sure though that you now start focusing on what the next thing you're doing.
Can I take these off now? Oh, no.
One down. One down. Ah, not good. Okay, continue. Focus, continue.
It's okay, it's okay. Now it's time to plate.
He finishes by sautéing the lobster claw and roe.
Coming through?
This looks very good, Simon. Nicely cooked.
Cool, thank you. First attempt.
Yeah.
Good. Let's plate. Behind you, Simon.
Thank you.
Lobsters.
Sauce.
Yes. Not too much now, right?
Yeah. Service, please.
Very good speed, Simon. Don't stop. Continue.
Okay.
You're doing well. You're doing great.
Yes, chef.
4 more leaving now.
Boom. We're done. You stayed focused. You didn't burn my restaurant down.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
That was the aim. That was the aim.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I thought it was beautifully cooked, actually. Mine was perfectly cooked. The flavors were amazing, and the presentation was really, really good.
Those necklaces of tomatoes were hanging up over across the top of the stove all day. That's them. Oh dear. Tomatoes are nice. There's a little bit of spice in the background as well. A little bit of chilli heat.
Simon's lobster is cooked brilliant. Bear in mind he's just done that over a fire. That's very good.
It was a great day. Yeah, I really enjoyed myself the whole way through, and it was a new experience having amateurs into the kitchen. The food was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty good. But I'm not doing this again, that's for sure. You're the first and the last.
Our four have been privileged to see food which has been stripped back and then put back together with real flavour, real gutso and real heart.
It's got to impact on their food. I'm fascinated to see now which way they're going to develop. Now it's back to London. One more test, and then one of these is going home.
Their Swedish adventure is over. But the MasterChef final is just days away. And only 3 of these contestants can be part of it.
When you're this close to the end and you're one away from hitting the final 3, I think that is probably the toughest part of the competition for me.
We're so close to the final that you can taste it, so you've got to give it your all.
If it ended today, I'd be devastated. It can't even be an option for me.
I know what I need to do. It's all pretty clear in my head. And now it's just a question of getting out there and doing it.
Now is the hard bit. Whether we like it or not, we have to get down to our final 3. One of you is leaving us.
One plate of food, a fish dish, 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let's cook.
Tony, what are you making?
I'm going to do the turbot. I'm going to do a confit potato, 2 purees, a pea puree and a cauliflower puree. I'm going to do a chorizo oil and then a lemon sabayon.
Almost adding a dessert.
Almost adding a dessert. That's an element that you've got to obviously get right. I don't want it to be desserty. I want it to be a main element, but obviously a sauce for that.
Go on, son, get stuck in. You've had 20 minutes.
Paul is doing salmon confit, served with asparagus and samphire and a crumb with capers in it and fresh oysters on the side. Yes, please.
You've come a long way, my friend.
I have come a long way, but once you're here and you know that there's a bit left of the competition, you don't want anyone else to go on without you.
"35 minutes gone, all right? So you've got 40 minutes left. How'd you get on with Sweden?
Really enjoyed it, loved it. I mean, what an opportunity, loads of fish. Cooked turbot and lobster, both of them for the first time. So.
You've never cooked lobster before?
No.
You've never cooked a lobster?
No, that was my first one.
That was the first time you've ever... That was a good dish, mate.
Thank you.
So tell me the dish.
I'm going to do salt-baked cod with petit pois à la française and potato dauphinoise.
Fantastic. You don't look as nervous today. I think that might be a bad thing.
I mean, I'm a little inside.
You've got 30 minutes left.
Emma's proposing prawns cooked with Ras el Newt, which is a very, very smoky, strong spice, then cooked in cream. On the side, she has these little things called manti. Tiny little Turkish dumplings, and they're filled with crab and prawns. That's a very, very interesting combination.
Here's the question. You know what's coming.
I know.
Will it look beautiful?
I think so. I've worked really hard on getting the presentation right, so I think if I can't impress you with this, I have to hang my head in shame.
You have 5 minutes left, guys.
I think at this stage of the competition, cooking seafood is a real big challenge. Fish is such a specialist ingredient that if you don't cook it right, it will show up big time.
Whatever it is you need to do, you have to do it in 2 minutes. Your time is up. Finished.
That's the best plate I've seen you do.
Thank you.
It's really nice. Really nice.
Thank you, but all yours look amazing.
Brilliant. Great job, all 4 of you. Because it's such a big day, we've decided to bring in somebody to help Greg and I judge your fish dishes. A man who understands fish and its cookery far better than most. Holder of 2 Michelin stars, Nathan Atlaw.
I knew it was coming.
Wow.
No pressure.
Tony, would you bring your fish up, please?
To earn his place in the final 3, Tony has made pan-fried turbot with confit potato, cauliflower and pea purees, beetroot crisps, chorizo oil, and a lemon zabayon.
Who are?
The fish slightly a little bit under, but that is a thick piece of fish. Cooking turbot on the bone is probably the best way to cook it. That way you can rest it on the bone and you actually get a much better result. There's a lot of components there, so I was sort of thinking maybe a bit complicated on the palate, but actually it all works for me.
It's got little definitions of flavour that I really like. You can taste the fish, you can taste the pea, the cauliflower and the sauce. And the potato is delicious.
Good, thank you.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I would order it, I'd woof it down, and I'd pay for it and leave a tip.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you like the dish. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks, young Tony.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Simon has salt-baked his cod and served it with petit pois à la française, dauphinoise potatoes, and crumbed caperberries.
That, to me, looks fantastic.
Thank you.
That is professional quality looking dish, mate.
I want to compliment you on the way you cook that fish. It is absolutely superb.
Thank you.
Bang on, fall apart, still slightly translucent, and it tastes of cod. It's really very, very good indeed.
Thank you.
I'm impressed with that one, very impressed. And then to complement with all these garnishes, I love the caperberries. I think I've not seen anything like that before.
Are you going to nick that idea?
It's already in my new book.
You are a man on the top of his game. Truly on the top of his game. I mean, you just love to cook, and that is brilliant.
goosebumps. I'm elated after that feedback. I got goosebumps when I was giving it me. If I could write my own feedback, that was it.
Paul's cured confit of salmon has been topped with a caper crumb and served with its crisp skin, accompanied by asparagus, sugar snap peas, pickled radish, samphire, and an oyster mayonnaise.
The texture of the fish is not sort of flaking away. It's sort of, it's actually raw in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
By curing it and then confying it, you haven't had enough time for either. So I would have gone for one or the other.
This crispy skin and the pickled radish with the samphire, I really like with that mayonnaise. I think that's really delicious. But for me, that salmon, it's a bit flavourless and it's a bit rough. Let's see.
Last up is Emma, whose hopes of getting into the final three rest with her Ras Al Hanout spiced king prawns, served with manti dumplings filled with prawn and crab, accompanied by fried leeks, courgette noodles, and a saffron and fennel sauce.
Looks fantastic.
You're getting there. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
Some may say your prawns are a little bit under because they're a little bit chewy and they don't have that bite that a crispy, well-cooked prawn has. But as for the rest of it, I think it's really, really delicious. That sauce is fabulous. Honey, rich, smoky with saffron, and really lovely and sweet and sharp at the same time.
But for me, the manti, I love them.
Oh,
I
good.
think they're really good. The use of the crab meat in there and the seasoning, I think it's really, really good.
Thank you.
I find the spice on it harsh.
Okay.
Harsh. This one, for me, is a little bit too much.
Okay. Obviously, I'd love to have had a clean sweep with the comments, but, you know, John liked my food, Nathan liked my food. I'm happy.
It's good comments, though.
Yeah, I'm happy.
We have a big, big decision to make, probably the biggest in the competition so far. Thank you very much. Off you go.
Some good cooking going on there.
Yeah, for sure.
Good cooking.
Truly, truly, truly. Nathan, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
indeed.
Cheers, thanks a lot. Thanks for inviting me.
Take care.
Cheers.
See you now.
In every MasterChef competition, the 4 to 3 in the finals week is the hardest decision we have to make. The one cooking here today I think was absolutely faultless, and that was Simon.
I love the cod. I loved it. When it came up here, I looked at it, I thought, wow, please get the flavours right. He did. Simon today was incredible. Tony did very well. Very, very well. You and Nathan liked Tony's dish. I absolutely loved it.
I've worked so hard to get here now, and yeah, now all I really want to do is cook in the final.
I liked Paul's dish. I particularly loved the presentation, and I also adored the little flavour sensations he had going with it. However, all three of us had issues with the way that Paul had cooked his salmon.
I'm not sure I've done enough. You know, I'm in the position that I didn't want to be in, which is hoping that someone else has done worse in order for me to get through.
Emma's divided the crowd here. Well, not really divided the crowd because Nathan and I really liked the dish. You, however, found it too strong. I really liked the adventure of it.
Nobody wants to get to the final four and then fall at the last hurdle. And I especially don't want that to be me.
It's been a big day, a very good day, and Nathan was truly impressed, so thank you. It's always hard for us to lose somebody at this stage of the competition. We know how you've fought, how hard you've worked. But we've made our decision. The person leaving us is Paul.
Thank you so, so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul, very much indeed.
Bitterly disappointed, but I'm sure that for a long time to come I'll look back and there'll be flashes of things that I've done during the competition, and that will still make me smile and still give me a sense of pride. And what I'm feeling now will just disappear and I'll just be left with all the good memories.
You are our final three.
Oh, she's gone.
Wow.
That's insane. Oh my God.
Get
Next time, it's the penultimate MasterChef. Simon, Tony and Emma will be cooking for some of Britain's best chefs.
I'm looking forward to seeing something that's going to blow me away.
Under the guidance of one of the world's greatest culinary minds.
I need to extract from them everything, to squeeze all the best juice they have,
This is taking forever, come on.
This is really intricate stuff for the world's greatest chefs. I'm quite scared by it, actually.
It takes a very skilled cook to put this together right.
If I produced that dish, I'd be happy with it. I'd be proud of myself.